Derek Chisora. What's going on, people? We're back in the building, back in action, just like our man Derek Chisora. We're back in the building. I know I've been missing for a little while, doing live stuff, getting married, all that malarkey, but now we are back, and I'm trying to be a bit more regular, put out some videos, maybe twice a day even, we'll see. But today we are talking Derek Chisora versus Joyce. Let's get into today's video. So that Derek Chisora versus Joyce fight was a very, very exciting slugfest, let's call it that. And not a lot of people pegged Derek Chisora to win. I can't lie, I didn't think he would win in this one. I wasn't super confident either way on this one. I think this was a good kind of like, how can I say, not a retirement fight for either, but just to know where both fighters are at and who is going to be the ultimate gatekeeper. It seems like Joyce has kind of taken that mantle on. Chisora fought like he usually fights, very, very tough, marauding forward, non-stop, on it, power punches to the body, ripping that body, overhand rights and hooks and all sorts of madness. But that's just the usual Chisora style. Joyce fought like he usually fought, zero head movement, relying on his chin. Now, I've said this before in another video. If a boxer says the best attribute is their chin, that boxer has a shelf life and it's only waiting to be cracked. Once that chin is cracked, it never comes back. Everyone's chin has a different shelf life. Some people can take 100 hits, some people can only take 10. It's just a matter of time before it gets cracked. So you want to do as much as possible defensively to make sure that you don't have to find out what that shelf life is or what that number is. Joyce is a bit of a cautionary tale. Don't believe in your chin too much. Same way you can't believe in your power too much, you might get outboxed. Don't believe in your chin too much. It was a slugfest. Joyce was coming forward, relentless pressure. Of course, we know Joyce is very, very slow, although some people really got on Joyce. But there are a couple rounds where he threw some quite fast combos, fast for Joyce, combos on the inside at Chisora, a couple of uppercuts in there. But Chisora's head movement was really, really good in this round. He was bobbing and weaving and keeping that chin low. And if you watch a lot of Chisora's fights, he generally doesn't get hit flush with a lot of punches. He knows how to roll with punches. He knows how to kind of catch it off the shoulder and then hit his head, catch it off the gloves, but rolling undershots as well. So it's glancing blows. And a lot of that was happening with this fight. Joyce just didn't have any head movement or any answer for Chisora's overhand right, which he kept pinging Joyce with over and 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 over again. And it just kind of shows like one big thing I want to see is a change for Joyce with Ismail Salas. I did not really understand that link up in the first place, just in terms of the fact that he's in Vegas and he has to travel over and little things like that. And I don't really get why Ismail Salas is regarded as such a high level coach, maybe back in the day, but now I'm not seeing any big results for him. He's been with Joyce for a while and I haven't seen any improvements. You know, obviously I'm nowhere near the level of coach that Salas is, but as a coach, the first thing we'll work on with Joyce is his head movement. You know, we saw when Joyce fought Zhang that it seemed like he didn't know what to do with a southpaw, like he either hasn't properly been training for a southpaw or hasn't had any proper southpaw sparring. So I don't know what Ismail Salas is doing as a coach, but obviously something isn't connecting. It's not working. Something needs to change there. Joyce's head movement was non-existent as usual, relying on catching those punches on his face. And it did seem like it wasn't really having much effect for the majority of the rounds. I believe it was round 8, maybe, or round 9. I can't remember which round it was, but that Chisora put Joyce down. Now, Joyce did have relentless pressure. As I said, Chisora was making him miss a lot of the time or rolling with shots and then coming back, boom, a big overhand right, bam, ripping body shots. He also was hitting a couple of low blows, didn't really get called out too much. You know, let that one slip and slide. But Chisora, he did really well, man. Like, it did seem like he was going to tire. Like, I didn't watch the fight live. I caught it later on. I didn't know the result. But I thought that Chisora looked like he was going to just exhaust himself and Joyce might land one good shot, which might just put him down. It seemed that way. Chisora was on very, very unsteady legs. But he was just a warrior. He was grinding it out, as we know Doughboy can do. and he gave Joyce hell and put him down in, I believe, the 8th round. Joyce threw a kind of a laziest jab, and then again, like usual, didn't really care what was coming back. Overhand right, off the ropes, bow, puts Joyce down. And you see Joyce lay down for a second. I don't think he was particularly hurt, but I think he was embarrassed. I think he was like, what the hell? I'm down here again? He got up pretty quickly, and then I believe he slipped in, what was it, round 9 or something like that? And it was just, everything about Joyce is just very cumbersome. You know, obviously he's a talented boxer, Olympic silver medalist, has won numerous amateur titles, but he doesn't seem very athletic anymore. I know early in his career, he used to do a celebration, do a no-handed cartwheel on his kicks and flips and whatever, but now it's all slowing down. As the age is catching up on him, it all slows down. I won't say it's end of Joyce's career, but it's the end for him at the top. It's a sad end for him at the top, and I think he goes into gatekeeper settings. With Chisora, we need to see him fight Dillian Whyte for a 3rd time. Do the trilogy. Now, maybe a couple of years ago, I wanted to see Chisora retire. I can't remember who he beat. I think it was going to beat Pulev. I was like, yes, good, end on a high. But now I'm like, man, like just maybe one more. Maybe one more. I know he wants to do 2 more, but maybe just one more with Dillian Whyte. I think it will put Dillian Whyte back in good contention, because to be fair, Dillian Whyte hasn't been looking that great himself lately. He's still looking good, but you know, he's on a warm-up. He's kind of on a not warm-up, he's on a rebuild himself. So I think it will be a good fight for both of them. I don't think that fight will go the distance. So that's what I want to see next. What do we want to see next for Joe Joyce? Yeah. Like I said, gatekeeper settings for him, unfortunately. Really nice guy. It's a real big shame. I am kind of not happy that he lost, but I'm happy that people can see the truth now. A lot of people a few years ago were talking about Joe Joyce beating AJ and being the top 3 heavyweight in the world. And I was like, what are people talking about? And I know I didn't have a channel back then, but I didn't understand where people were getting so crazy with it. You know, then AJ released a sparring video and we saw, and that would not really work out so well if it were to happen. People were saying that he will beat Fury. That's what people were saying. And as much as I'm not a fan of Fury as a person, like, we understand that Fury would destroy with Joe Joyce. That was a ridiculous statement. So I hope that those channels and those experts are seeing the truth right about now. Very, very good fight. Great to see Chisora back in the win column. Let's see what happens next. Thanks for watching, people. Like, share, comment, subscribe. You know the dealio. What did you think of the fight? What do you think is next for Chisora? What is next for Joyce? Let me know. Comment below. Peace.